I think we actually might have just seen the worst call in the entire history of sport. And like, this is a shock that it is actually not DiJonai Carrington committing a flagrant foul. DiJonai Carrington got flagrantly fouled.
Dane Carrington continues to stir debate across the WNBA, and her recent matchup against the Golden State Valkyries added more fuel to the fire. The game took a dramatic turn, and Carrington, long criticized for her on-court antics, found herself on the receiving end of some poetic justice. Fans are calling it karma, and it might be the most talked-about moment of the 2025 season so far. What do you think? Is this the breaking point for Carrington?
DiJonai, DiJonai, you're always in a dirty play. DiJonai, DiJonai, once again, here we are today. Oh, DiJonai, DiJonai.
While questionable officiating has plagued the WNBA all season, Dane Carrington seemed to be the rare player untouched by it, almost as if she had a get-out-of-jail-free card. Meanwhile, stars like Caitlin Clark were being whistled for nearly everything. But during the recent clash with the Golden State Valkyries, that trend took a sharp turn. For the first time, the referee's notorious inconsistency came crashing down on Carrington herself. And just like that, the narrative flipped.
So the ball gets swung, Janelle Salon shoots the ball. It's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out. So, DiJonai Carrington is just shielding the ball out of bounds. She's just shielding the ball out of bounds, as you do. And Tiffany Hayes tackles her to the ground. Tackles her to the ground.
With under 2 minutes left and Dallas down by 3, Janelle Saloon took a deep shot that missed badly, sending both teams scrambling for the rebound. Carrington sprinted toward the ball but wisely let it roll out of bounds, an intelligent, veteran-level decision to secure possession for her team. What happened next, though, was chaos. As Carrington slowed near the sideline, Tiffany Hayes came charging down the court like a runaway freight train and slammed into her from behind.
Hayes does not look nor play like she's 35. Okay, she be bringing it to them girls each and every night. She got that, acting like that face harness, okay, like to protect her face, her eyes, her nose, whatever that is. She be look like a dominatrix to me. I'd be like, bro, who is that? She looks like it's giving Scarecrow or like a Black Raven vibe, okay, like a hawk. And she looks like a bird of prey. Okay, and that's how she plays. She plays like a bird of prey, while the other girls in the court are just worms to her. Okay, they are bird food because she be cooking and eating everybody.
And somehow, unbelievably, the whistle went against Carrington. That's right. Despite clearly stepping away from the play and coming to a complete stop, she was the one slapped with the foul. The reaction was instant and unanimous: confusion, frustration, disbelief. Even her harshest critics were left stunned, questioning what kind of alternate reality the officials were operating in.
And was able to draw a foul. I'm like, what is this? I mean, she almost deleted freaking DiJonai. I thought, like, I was really gravely concerned for DiJonai Carrington's life and health. I'm like, did y'all not just see Tiffany Hayes just throw her body up against her and slam her to the ground? This is crazy. Literally slammed her. DiJonai Carrington got pushed into a freaking old white man's lap because of Tiffany Hayes jumping on her like she ain't got no sense.
Here's where the narrative flipped and karma came crashing in. Normally, when a blown call this blatant happens, fans erupt in protest, rallying around the wronged player and demanding better officiating. But this time was different. This wasn't just any player. This was DJ Carrington. And instead of sympathy, the internet responded with thunderous applause. The reactions were instant, ruthless, and brutally honest. She finally got a taste of her own medicine.
Skylar's going down for a fast break layup. DiJonai winds up and smacks her across the head, and Skylar is on the ground having a hard time getting up. But this was something where people are saying, okay, DiJonai, this is happening a little bit too much for my liking. These hard fouls, these reckless plays are happening a little bit too much. And I want to show you guys one more play that was also in that game that actually injured Gabby Williams. Now, if you watch here, Gabby Williams is going up for a little mid-range jumper. DiJonai jumps to try to block her, and she comes down to where Gabby Williams doesn't have enough landing space. So she lands in her landing space, and then Gabby Williams rolls her ankle.
There was no sympathy in the comment section, just celebration. Fans who had watched Carrington poke Caitlin Clark in the eye, pile up questionable fouls, and carry herself like the league's ultimate agitator were now witnessing the tables turn. And they didn't hold back. Comments poured in, finally. Karma caught up to her. Now she knows exactly what Caitlin's been putting up with. It was one of those rare moments in sports where justice didn't just show up, it slammed down like a poster dunk right on her legacy.
So once again, DiJonai Ratchet as Carrington is back at it again, being the dirty player that she is, man. So now we're pulling players to the floor by their hair. But what did we tweet earlier this week, everybody? Y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. I'm so over this narrative. But I just play hard as and I just make a play on the ball, and I'm tired of people calling me a dirty player.
The response was so overwhelmingly one-sided, it became a headline in itself. Yes, the call against Carrington was clearly wrong, but almost no one seemed to care. The public had already made its judgment. And that's the price of crafting a persona built on cheap shots and questionable sportsmanship. When the game finally turns against you, there's no sympathy waiting on the sidelines. Her reputation had come full circle, and this time, she was the one feeling the fallout.
Missed it as Dallas ball. But do you know what another referee called? Do you know what another referee called? So one says it's Dallas ball. Another referee, as you can see right here. Salon miss. Valkyries rebound. Apparently Tiffany Hayes got the rebound. And DiJonai fouled Tiffany Hayes. Apparently, Tiffany Hayes got the rebound and got fouled by jumping on DiJonai Carrington.
Honestly, calling it one of the worst foul calls of the season might still be letting the refs off easy. Carrington handled the play flawlessly. She backed off the scramble, stayed planted, and made zero contact. Meanwhile, Hayes came barreling in like she was trying to truck through a concrete wall and flattened her, and yet the whistle blew on Carrington. It was so ridiculous that even Valkyries fans, the ones who benefited from the call, were visibly uncomfortable. Dallas fans were furious, and with good reason. That blown call cost the Wings a crucial possession in a tight game. Instead of a possible comeback, they watched the Valkyries seize the moment and stretch the lead to double digits, but the real headline wasn't the final score. It was the officiating disaster, and the way it perfectly mirrored Carrington's controversial season.
As everyone else is seeing this angle, I'm calling her in, and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
What made it all so perfectly ironic was who it happened to. This wasn't just any player, it was DJ Carrington, the same player who spent the entire season dodging accountability. The same Carrington who poked Caitlin Clark in the eye on live television and somehow avoided even a technical. The same one whose flagrant fouls mysteriously got downgraded, who sparked dust-ups that required refs to step in for protection, yet still walked away without real consequences, but this time, she couldn't dodge it. After months of dishing out chaos, she finally had to absorb some of her own. And fittingly, it happened during one of the night's biggest moments.
Is this? Look! Pulling players to the floor by their hair is not making plays on the ball. This is not basketball. WNBA. When is she gonna get fined, suspended, or kicked out of the league for this reckless behavior? This is the fourth incident. The Lynx incident, taking out Ariel Atkins, taking out Skylar Diggins, and now the LA Sparks. When is it gonna stop, man? When is accountability gonna be taken for her being the dirty player and ratchet that she is?
And the context makes it even better. This wasn't some meaningless game in the middle of the season. Dallas is clinging to its playoff hopes and needed every single win it could get. That terrible call, that moment where Carrington got whistled just for standing there, directly shifted the momentum. It helped Golden State seal the victory. This wasn't just karma. It was karma with consequences. Her team paid the price for her reputation, and there was nothing she could do about it. That's the beauty of poetic justice. Carrington spent months acting like she was above the rules, throwing elbows, taunting opponents, taking cheap shots. And when the refs let it slide, she strutted around like she owned the league. But on this night, the script flipped. The referees didn't just stop protecting her. They turned on her. And for once, the same broken officiating that's been punishing players like Caitlin Clark all season finally came for one of the league's dirtiest players.
And she ends up getting Shepherd in the face, the nose. I don't know which takes precedent. Oh, see, it's the hit the ball and then it's the pull back. They're showing it on the Jumbotron at a different angle that sort of looked like, watch after Carrington goes for the block, watch her pull back right here. And that's the part that I don't know if you separate that. Do you separate that?
Normally, when a player gets hosed by the refs, there's a built-in expectation that the basketball community will at least show some sympathy. Fans usually sound off on social media. Analysts go to the replay and highlight how blatantly wrong the call was. The player often becomes a symbol of how bad officiating is hurting the league. But in DiJonai Carrington's case? Crickets. Actually, worse than crickets. The overwhelming public reaction was basically, that's what she gets. And that tells you everything about how little goodwill she's built up across the league. When people are more entertained by your misfortune than outraged by a blown call, you've officially crossed into villain territory. And it's a sign that fans are losing faith, not just in certain players, but in the WNBA's ability to enforce fairness consistently.
Doesn't matter how many times DiJonai Carrington wants to get on her social media and want to claim that she's the victim and that she's not a dirty player. The league has rescinded fouls. Yeah, the league's rescinding flagrant fouls on you because it's run by a bunch of cowards. They're flagrant fouls. They're dirty plays. They're trashy plays. Someone's going to get very physically injured. At this point, DiJonai Carrington, forget about it. You won't beat these allegations.